So I'm Steve Geliot. I'm one of several artists who've been commissioned to make artworks around Weymouth on the theme of water. So this is my piece here, Apparition under Swannery Bridge. And what I really loved about this, I actually really like this bridge. It's a very basic bridge when you drive over the top, but underneath it's actually beautiful. The quality of the concrete work is actually really nicely done. But what I really loved is that the fact that this bit of the River Wey here, the water is always calm, and albeit Weymouth Bay, the beach there is relatively calm because of the shelter from Portland Bill. You don't have to go too far away, and you're in the roughest part of the English Channel. So I wanted to play with that and create a kind of ghost storm in here. So there are 6 photographic panels, and I must have filmed probably about a dozen different storms and about 12,000 photographs, and chose the 6 that really worked as a set, as the sort of basis for the artwork. So even if the internet goes down, you've still got something here. But there's a little trigger here and an app you have on your phone, and the app. So the app, the way that works, I'll demonstrate it. But it's triggered by the panel here, and it generates, if you like, a virtual projection of these storms. So I've filmed some of these storms, and there are 6 different films, and they will appear in the space in front of you. And as you move around, it's as if there's a screen in there. So the image on your phone repositions as if there's actually is a screen with a projection on it of the film of the storm. So, and it's translucent, so you can see the bridge behind it, but see the storm, ghostly sort of presence laid on top.
So now we go down to the bit that you scan.
Yeah, you'll need if you haven't got the app, you can either just do a search on the App Store for Apparition Weymouth Art, or Google Play, or you can use the QR code to take you to a link. But I've already got the app, so I'm now
This will work on Android and
Yes,
iOS.
so there's Android is Google Play, and iPhones are on the App Store. So it took it a little while to just recognise it, so we just have to wait a minute and move the phone around, because there's this little eye symbol here is what it's supposed to trigger on. And it's just be patient, because it did take a moment. There we go. Now you've done that. So I bring that up and I press continue. You can see the storm overlaid. And as I move the phone around, you can see how it stays in position. And this is one of my poems being read by Joe Rickards, who's a friend. She's a newsreader for the BBC, who has a really much nicer voice than me. But you can see the size of that wave. I remember that day so clearly, and how salty I got when I was.
Whereabouts did you film the waves?
So I filmed the calm sea. I filmed on Weymouth Beach, because it's, especially on a summer's day, it's that lovely sort of bubbling, calm water. I filmed down on Portland Bill to get some images of Portland Race, and I filmed a little bit further down west near Exmouth, and I filmed at New Haven, where you get a special type of wave at New Haven called a floatis wave, which is basically one wave bounces off the harbour arm there and meets a new wave coming in, and so you get a double height wave, but you're also very close to the wave, so you get fantastic images, albeit you get very wet in the process.
And you say it's your images and your poetry?
Yes. Yes.
That's very clever. So this will be here for...
I guess forever. I mean, I think most artworks, one thinks of a lifetime of about 10 to 15 years, but saying that, the majority of mine that I made 30 years ago are still going strong, So a lot depends on the technology. I can't tell you what our handheld devices will look like in 30 years' time, but hopefully, we'll just maintain this. What I'd really like to do is, from time to time, update the films, put on new films. But I haven't talked to Weymouth and Dorset Council about this. But I will be making content anyway, and it's not that difficult or expensive to just swap the films over. So that would keep it fresh. It'd be fun to do.
Okay, well, thanks for that. Thanks for demonstrating that and putting everybody's minds at rest.
You're very welcome. I've just noticed we've got the same phone strengthening thing.